Hi everyone, my name is Justine Sanfilippo. I'm a health coach, a personal trainer, a nutritionist, and a wellness expert. And I help people learn how to be happy and healthy on the inside and the outside. Now, how did I finally get to this point in my life where I can honestly say I'm happy on the inside and the outside? Well, I wasn't always like this, and I've experienced tons of obstacles and failures. 14 years ago, I was a junior at Notre Dame, and I decided to go to Dublin, Ireland to study. I had never been across the ocean, and I get there and I really enjoyed everything that Ireland had to offer. I enjoyed the Guinness and the fish and chips and the Cadbury chocolates, and there was a pub below the gym, and I didn't do a lot of studying. 4 months later, I get back to campus and I see my friends and my boyfriend at the time I hadn't seen in 4 months, and eventually I see my family, and I looked a little bit different. I was 45 pounds heavier and 4 sizes bigger. So my thighs were out here, my stomach's out here, and I looked like a chipmunk with my chubby cheeks. And I was very, very uncomfortable in my own skin. Now before that, I had always been very skinny and never had to worry about anything. I did softball, I did some modeling things and pageants, and I was like the quiet, shy, nerdy band girl in high school. So all of a sudden I'm in college and I'm in this foreign body, and I honestly had no idea what to do. So at first I just didn't do anything. And then I started to look online, different diets, and I honestly tried every single diet. I failed at all of them, and thank goodness, because I learned that diets don't work. A healthy, balanced approach is what works, and that's helped me kept the weight off for 10 years now. But after I started this diet thing, I was actually majoring in business at Notre Dame and a focus with information systems. So after I graduated, I got an IT job in New York City. I moved from Texas to New York City because I just wanted to work in the city. And I thought this was just going to be wonderful, right? And 6 months later, I find myself completely miserable. I felt like I was in Big Brother with this particular job and this particular company. My boss would just walk around and monitor every single thing that we did every second of the day, and I literally felt like I was in prison. Some mornings I would even cry before going to work because I was just that miserable. Well, eventually, I secretly started looking online at work for new jobs, and I found a job in the modeling industry, which I had always loved. I went to modeling school when I was 15, and I always thought how neat it would be to really work in that industry. And I started with a very low-paying job and worked my way up, and eventually I was running a location of this modeling company at 22 years old. And it was very fun and exciting, but it was also quite exhausting. I did not take care of my health at all. I had lost a little bit of weight just through exercise, but I had no idea about nutrition. I was smoking, I didn't get enough sleep, I had no time for any sort of friends or relationships, and I wasn't very happy on the inside and outside at all. Well, what happened is that job ended. That company, the corporate office went under, so suddenly I'm out of a job, and I'm living in New Jersey, was working in New York City, and I have to make ends meet. So I had at one point 6 different part-time jobs. I worked for 2 different waitering companies, I was a personal trainer, I did real estate, I sold carpet door to door, and I did bartending, all to make ends meet. Now, during that little period of my life, I'm like, okay, well, what do I really love to do? And I still really like that modeling industry, and I was like, well, if I live near New York City, I might as well go for it, go for the top. And I always thought it would be so neat to work for one of the top agencies, in New York City. So I started looking for jobs, and there wasn't really a ton. And eventually one day I just called one up, and I said, well, are you hiring? And they said, yes. Well, yes, they were hiring for an internship, and I was paid $10 a day. Living in New Jersey, working in New York City, making $10 a day. So let's do some math. After a few months, I finally proved myself and again worked my way up, and I was made an assistant booker, was about to be made a booker, and I literally was so completely exhausted. It was sort of like that movie, The Devil Wears Prada. And I will always respect and love that industry for what it is, but it just became not for me anymore. So I left that job, and again, just unhealthy, and no time for anything, and completely exhausted, and I still hadn't lost the last 20 pounds. It's like, it's been so many years. So one day now, out of work again, I'm looking online, and I've discovered a nutrition school where you can become a certified health coach. And I didn't know what that meant, but all I knew is that you would learn about nutrition, and I could probably lose the last 20 pounds. Well, lo and behold, I did know that enrolling in this particular school, it's it's called the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, would literally change my life. It was literally my passion just being handed to me. I learned about how the body's always telling us exactly what it needs at any given time, and how everything is connected. Yes, food and nutrition is important, but all of your outside influences are just as important, such as job and career and relationships, physical activity. It's all connected. So once I learned about all this stuff, I literally lost 20 pounds like that. So I was very happy in my career path, and then I tried some health coaching in an office setting, and I decided that wasn't for me, so I did more one-on-one, like on the phone or just wherever we would meet, wherever we needed to. And I really built up my confidence in that area, because I started to see that I could really help people. And eventually I decided to own my own gym. So I owned a gym, a women's gym, for almost 3 years, and I helped hundreds of women. Literally, I used them as my science projects because I could see firsthand when I gave advice that it worked. And I thought that was the best thing in the world. And I eventually started writing for the newspaper. I was featured on the news a few times. So I can honestly say now, I've moved to Texas and I'm living what I love. Every single day I am working, and I'm very happy. Every single morning I'm wondering what the day will bring. I've been able to work with a corporate wellness company, doing health coaching for them, and they're giving me this amazing opportunity. I'm going to be traveling everywhere, which I love to travel. So it's really amazing through all the obstacles and ups and downs that I've gone through, as I'm finally complete on the inside and out. And I will, granted, still learn every single thing. Every single day I will learn something. I will never stop learning. But now I've set this ridiculous goal to help millions of people be happy and healthy. So my goal is like way up here, right? And all my other baby goals that I've had thus far, just losing weight, being happy, finding the right job, your path is sort of like this, right? So it's never a straight line. And I look at every obstacle, like every little jagged point that we face in our lives, or little failures, as redirection points. They're simply little points for you to learn more, grow, learn more about yourself, and it'll keep you on your path to whatever your goal is. So yes, my crazy goal is up here, but you know what's crazy, even crazier than that, is I actually will get there. And once I'm there, I'll have even more goals. So what I'd like to do is go through my 10 simple steps to a happy, healthy you, so you can learn how to set goals and how to have a new perspective on failures and obstacles and challenges, because really they're not that big of a deal once you understand why they're there. So the very first step is to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself the question, are you happy? Now everyone, of course, wants to say yes, but if your initial gut reaction was, well, I could be a little happier, then good. That's being honest. Honesty is the best policy. So if you have that little gut reaction, well, maybe there's a few areas I'd like to work on. Step number 2 is to make a list and check it twice, just like Santa Claus. So what you want to do is make a list of like the top 5 things you are not completely happy with in your life right now. So let's say you want to lose weight, or just have a healthier lifestyle, or you want a new job, or you really do want to pursue your passion, whatever it is. You want to be an artist or an actor, or something where everyone else is going to think you're crazy to do it, but it's like this burning desire inside of you. Or maybe you want to spend more time with your family. So write down 5 different things that you would like to work on. The third step is to prioritize. Now actually all of those 5 things are interconnected. One will affect all of them to some degree. So if your goals is like to lose weight, reduce stress, get a new job, spend more time with family, adapt a healthier lifestyle. So you have to think, okay, is my job the biggest thing that affects my relationships, my eating choices? Is it my overall health, how I feel about myself? So which of those things affects everything else? Then step number 4 is to feel the fear and do it anyway. That's my favorite phrase in the world, and I love it because when you get that feeling of, oh my gosh, should I do this? You're on that pinnacle that you're about to change. All right? So let's say, okay, you have some job that you're really not happy with, and you really want a new one. Okay, we'll start applying, right? And when you go to an interview and it's this crazy opportunity, and it might involve you even moving or something like that, and that's so scary, feel the fear and do it anyway, because what you want is on the other side of that fear. Step number 5 is to set baby goals. Now, everybody wants to lose 20 pounds tomorrow, or have that corner office desk job with a six-figure salary tomorrow, but that's just not feasible. So based on your one main goal that we have that you want to work on, then you need to make a little list of baby goals to achieve that main goal. So let's say that you want to lose weight. A baby goal might be to walk 15-20 minutes a day. I mean, you could start small. You could do 30 minutes. Say a lot 2 days a week where you spend 30 minutes walking. Or maybe it's clean out your pantry, or reorganize your refrigerator, or simply a step could be telling your family and friends that I'm going to start being healthier and please support me. So you have your main goal that you want to work on, and then you create several different baby steps. Step number 6 is to take action. All of these lists and goals could be written on your refrigerator forever, but nothing happens if you don't actually take action. And that goes with that feeling of fear. But remember, feel the fear and do it anyway. Step number 7 is to surround yourself with the right people. Now, oftentimes there's people around us that aren't very supportive. Let's say that your goal is to lose weight, and then your boyfriend brings home pizza or greasy food or Chinese food every other night, even though you said, honey, I want to be a little bit healthier. He's really sabotaging your goals. So it has to, whatever your goal is, even if it's to have a new relationship, whatever you're not happy, you know it's not working, making that change and moving on, you know, that's very scary, but you have to surround yourself with the right support group in order to move on sometimes. And honestly, once you're on that other side of that fear, everything is a whole lot better. Step number 8 is to keep moving forward despite challenges. You're going to face challenges, you're going to face obstacles, but again, how you look at each failure or challenge or obstacle, it's a redirection point and it's a growing point. You need that in your life to move on to your next step for whatever your goal is. You need that because that'll help you grow. Step number 9 is just to understand that you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Everyone has quirks and qualities that they would like to work on, and we'll never be perfect, but that's what makes us unique. I mean, I think it would be completely boring if everyone was perfect and perfect looking and perfect acting and had the perfect job all the time. Nobody's perfect. We're always growing and learning and working on ourselves, and that's just part of the human experience. And step number 10 is just to be happy and be proud of yourself. Every single day, do something that makes you happy. You're never the same person that you were the day before. You're either a little bit better or you're a little bit worse. All right? You've either grown or you've regressed. So just be proud of yourself that every single day, if you wake up and you do something for you that makes you happy, that keeps you moving forward to whatever your goals are, you should reward yourself, because that is success in itself. I look forward to continuing to work with you, and good luck.